Welcome everyone, Sparkplug TV. If you want to see our video portions of our podcast, be sure to check out our YouTube channel. Jason decided to give us
Yes, I gave
topic
us a
today.
topic today.
The topic today. So, what is that?
Our topic today is driving in inclement weather. Living where Alex and I live, a lot of people have noticed that there was a lot of snow and ice on the ground earlier this week. Well, a lot of you didn't know how to drive in it, and that's okay because we're going to hopefully help you with that today. So, my first recommendation to anyone who just got started driving and they're like, "Oh, I know I don't know how to drive in inclement weather because I've never done it." And
We're
no
not
one's
even
ever
that bad at around where we live.
No, really
We
it's
get it
not.
like really bad once or twice or three times a year, and that's why people around us don't know how to fucking drive in it.
That's
But you go up to
exactly why.
you go up to Minnesota, and
Those motherfuckers know how to drive in
it's
snow.
always snow on the ground down there. My buddy used to live up there. He'd send me videos of him driving at like 3 a.m. and there's like 2 feet of snow on the ground and his 5-speed Saturn is fucking rolling with his fucking big ass like truck tires on
What?
his
Oh my
Saturn
god.
XL. That was Jordan.
Oh, that was Jordan?
Yeah.
Wait, he moved to Minnesota? I didn't know that.
He went up there to Minnesota for a little bit to because his parents kicked him out, and he worked with his uncle, but he was up there, and then he drove that Saturn all the way up.
Wow.
What the hell
You
was
just
that?
have like a mishap happen there?
I don't know what that was. Anyway, so he decided to move down to Austin over in there, and he drove that Saturn with over 300,000 miles all the way from Minnesota all the way down to St. Louis.
Wow.
And I made it.
Your camera looks really grainy on my end.
What is that noise? What is happening?
Does she have a Bluetooth speaker?
I don't know.
Is she messing with us?
Is she messing? Just the Pornhub sound.
All right.
What are you doing?
Anyway, back on topic here.
We need to get back on that.
Yes, we do. All right. So, yes, where we live, we don't really see a whole lot of snow and ice throughout the year. But for the few times that we do, a lot of people really don't know how to drive in it. And if a lot of you just got your license or something and you're like, I don't know how to drive in inclement weather, my parents didn't teach me, that's not on you at all by any means. What I recommend doing is take your car to a wide open parking lot, like a big old Walmart parking lot or something, and go in a straight line towards a big opening
I
and
work
step
for
on the brakes.
Walmart, so I can't. Don't say Walmart because they'd probably fire me if they found
Oh,
us.
never mind. Don't go to Walmart.
Don't go to
kids.
Walmart.
Don't go to Walmart, kids. Go to Target.
That wasn't Walmart. That video we showed in the last podcast. That wasn't Walmart.
No, that was not Walmart.
I don't know what you're talking
That was Gordman's.
That was Gordman's.
Oh man.
New furniture. Is that what they sell? Furniture? I don't
know. No, Gordman's is a clothing store.
Oh.
Way off, sir. Way off.
Shows how bougie I am.
Right? But the best way that you can really get a feel for driving in inclement weather is by doing it, really.
And make your car lose control.
Yes. Go make your car lose control in a parking lot and practice regaining control. If you have a lifted vehicle or a vehicle that sits fairly high off the ground, cough, cough, Jeep owners,
flip it.
Do not drive in a straight line up to 50, 60 miles an hour and hit the brakes. You're probably going to roll it. So please don't do that. Do like 20 mile an hour and hit the brakes and see which way it wants to kick and feel for correcting it. And then you can work your way up in speed from there until you're comfortable doing like a 65 mile an hour interstate and you start losing control. You can comfortably get back into control.
You know what was
I,
funny? I was driving home from work on break, and it was really snowy that night. And I was driving 60 miles an hour.
well, you know how to drive your car.
It was a Malibu. But anyway,
Never mind.
I was driving like 60 miles an hour, and it was fine. But then it wasn't until other people got on the road, whenever I got
Yes.
off work, that people were going 40 miles an hour and making me hit my brakes and stuff. And then I was
Yes.
like, this is way much more dangerous with more people.
And also, if you're nervous driving in a certain condition, get in the right lane. Get in the right lane. Stay in the right lane. I don't care if you have to make a left turn 20 miles up the road. Wait until you get to that left turn. Someone will let you over because someone will see you're nervous and you're in the right lane.
Click, clack.
Someone will eventually let you come over and get into that left lane so you can make your left turn.
I was driving my Civic home from BP, and it was snowing, and I was driving, and eventually I just was moving over down to the turn lane to get into Walmart, and I was not turning into Walmart.
Nope, you were going straight.
I just pumped the brakes a little bit, just slightly hit them every once in a while, just to you don't want to hit your brakes and lock them up.
Right.
Just give them a little bit of hits, and then eventually it slowed down. I was going like 50, and it slowed down within like 100 feet, so that I
that
didn't
that
smash the curb.
that is about the average distance it takes someone to slow down from that speed. So just keep that in mind. That also, whenever you're driving in, including rain, rain is also inclement weather, and I know everyone
Honestly,
gets
I don't
rain.
care what there is. It's all about tires and rain.
Yes, I
It's as
agree.
100% on tires for real.
Well, I mean, you
Well,
can drive in
like
the rain on
95.
worn tires
Yes, but
if
if you
you
want to
know
be
what
able
you're
to feel
doing
if you want to feel confident driving in the rain,
and you've
if you have new tires, just good tires, it is 100% difference.
and I'm not saying new tires as go buy the cheapest set of Douglases you can buy or the cheapest off-brand name you can buy.
Right.
Don't go buy those.
Like
Do
I
some
have
research. Go to like
Continentals on my tires.
I recommend going to Tire Rack to do research on your tires because they'll give you a list of what it's rated for.
Yeah.
Or you could just look it up. If your local tire shop says I can get you this and this, you can look those three up, just Google them, and you can find actual ratings of the tire to see what it's rated for. So that way whenever you do go out and you're driving in the rain and you think you're confident and you start sliding everywhere, you're like, what the heck? They lied to me. It's generally because you bought the wrong tire and they're not a very well rated tire. Whereas the Continental Extreme Contacts or even the Conti Pro Contacts are very well rated tires. They're
Unplug that
absolute
bitch's life support.
goodbye Alexa. Uh and like the Conti Pro Contact or even the
That's what I
Continental
have.
Extreme Contact has very good wet dry traction ratings. Whereas something, like a Toyo Proxys R888R is not good in any form of condition other than dry pavement.
Yeah.
Like, you got to look at tires. Because, I mean, technically, if we want to get technically speaking, the Toyo R888R is a way higher tiered tire than a
Well, yeah, but
Continental Extreme
it's
Contact.
also not an
But
all
it's
season.
made right. It's made for an entirely different purpose and a different season of the year.
Yeah.
If you want a good budget tire that's decent in the rain, like I've driven on them in the rain, I felt confident,
The
is
Extensas.
the Toyo Extensa HP2s, man.
Yeah, that's what I bought those for
They're
my Civic, and
they're
I
cheap,
had good traction in them,
they're
and
cheap, and they have great traction. And they have a really good tread wear if you really look into
well,
it.
I kind of worn through mine pretty fast.
Well, I wore through mine pretty quick too, but that was from doing drifting and burnouts.
I have Continentals on mine, and they wear pretty good. But I'm gonna be upgrading to the extreme contacts.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't buy Pilot Sports. I've seen people buy Pilot Sports and then come back to the shop within having them for a month, and they're like, "Yeah, um, how am I already at wear marks?" I'm like, "You're doing a lot of burnouts if you're already at wear marks," and they try to deny it. But I mean, in all reality, that tire should probably last them about a year to two.
Yeah.
But the Michelin's, I have noticed their sidewalls are getting progressively weaker.
If you just drive your car like a normal person, your tires should last you like 4 years at least.
Yes, if you drive like us, you'd be lucky
And
to
get them proper maintenance.
Yes,
Get them
rotated.
balanced, rotate balanced, all that.
Also, make sure your wheels take your car back to the shop and get your stuff retorqued.
Alignment.
Yes, alignments will destroy a set of tires.
Oh yeah, and you can feel them. Even you can feel the tires whenever whenever the car's out of alignment. You'll feel bumps in them. You'll wave your hand over the tread. You'll feel it rough one way but super smooth the other way.
Or you'll notice on your tread that you have way more tread over here and like nothing over here. That's from camber.
Yeah, that's whenever that's the smooth and rough one way.
Yeah. Like I'm sure a lot of people listening or watching this episode on YouTube, I'm sure you guys have seen or at least heard of a car with extreme amounts of camber where the wheel's sitting like this. They probably only get 6 months out of a tire.
Well, depends on how often they drive their car.
Right. It also depends on how often they drive that car.
I would not daily that motherfucker.
I don't think I could either, man. You couldn't pull in anywhere. You'd scrape everywhere around here. Well, I can't say much.
Jesus.
My my S10, man, that thing would scrape everywhere. But my subframe was also like half an inch off the ground.
My car is not here.
It's at the shop.
Yeah.
What's getting done to your car, Alex?
I just got off the phone with the my service contract people.
Yeah.
They're doing the seat belts.
There you go. So your passenger one's actually gonna latch on the first try now?
Yeah.
Awesome. So I hated doing that getting in your car. I'm not joking. When I got in this dude's car, I'd have to like click the seatbelt 15 times to try to get it to hold.
Smash it.
Yeah, you had to like.
The ticking sound they think is they want to say it's probably the drive belt tensioner, and if that's not a maintenance item that has to be replaced, then they'll cover it. And then the VTC actuator, since it's just making noise, it's not completely out, they can't do anything.
Well, darn.
But right now I got this fucking Honda Acorn. And I was driving it, and I was hitting the paddles because I was like, I thought I was driving the Malibu. There's literally no difference. I'm driving this bitch, and I hit the paddles, and it's downshifting, and I was trying to change the fucking music. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, fucking, I'm driving a different car.
Wrong car.
It feels the exact same.
Hey, man,
I got it on Accord.
I got into my girlfriend's 2011 Ford Escape the other day. And I drive a 2004 Chevy Silverado. I went to go grab my column shifter, and I went to grab it, and I accidentally punched the hood of the gauge cluster.
Dumbass.
I was like, oh, I'm not in my truck, and reach down, put it in drive, and drive off. Marissa's laughing at me.
Yeah. I don't know, guys. I made this new chair. What do you like it, Jason?
I do like it. I'm low key kind of jealous about it because I have some off brand uncomfortable chair. I
And
am so
for you
tempted to
guys
go to the
just listening,
junkyard.
it's an eighth gen Civic Si seat that I welded to a chair bottom, and it is extremely comfortable and awesome. It weighs like 60 pounds, but I'm into the chair. $60, and I this is way more comfortable than the last chair.
I am honestly tempted to go to the junkyard, buy the seat out of my old Cadillac. I don't want the driver's seat because if you remember, that thing was broke. It
Oh
was held
yeah.
together that thing was held together by baling wire to get it to pass inspection. And then I went and sat in it after passing inspection, all excited. I broke the baling wire, and I'm like, "Well, good thing I don't need that for a year." Drove off.
Good thing the car didn't last for a year.
Nope, that car lasted what, 4.5 months?
4 months maybe.
Yeah,
But
it
hey,
didn't
that's all
last
you
very
needed.
long.
It just needed to
Hey,
last until
that
you went
is,
to the army.
yep, that is all I needed.
And you said that, and it was like, oh, bet, bitch.
It broke down a month before I left.
Yeah, no, it didn't even last you.
Nope, it did not.
But yeah, guys, I'd highly recommend if you guys are
Yeah, for
uh,
real. You could
you
probably
look
buy
up on
just the
market.
bottom of a
You,
chair.
I found mine for free. The steel I bought for $20, and the seat I got out of a parts car that was covered in mud. This seat was covered in mud, and it is literally me and my buddy completely extracted it, and it looks completely brand new now. And I bought the seat for $40, and
Also, a public service announcement out there. If any of you are interested in getting into detailing, don't buy an extractor. If
oh
you
yeah,
want to professionally detail, just buy a nice high horsepower shop vac,
and
a
get an
drill brush, and you're
extractor
golden.
and an extractor attachment. You can
It's
get those. You can get a
oh
clear
the press
extractor.
yeah, it's pressurized. It's a lot nicer. You
It's
hook
more
it up to a
suction
pressure
than
washer.
no,
It, oh, you're
no,
not
no
talking
for
about
the
the one with the
shop.
water?
No, I'm talking. No, you just use your spray and a drill, and then get your shop vac with the extractor attachment. You can order. You can find them on Amazon, and it's like a clear attachment that you can see all the water get sucked out with the shop vac.
They also make one that has a hose on it with a water jet, but it's only designed to shoot water to help rinse out whatever it is you're extracting all the nasty crap out of. Well, it hooks up to your power washer, so it like blasts water into it. If you find yourself doing some older seats that look a little worn, don't use that. Be gentle on those. Use
Yeah,
just the shop vac.
Jason, do we have any information on the car shows coming up?
I sure do. I actually do. Detail Garage St. Louis is who
Which is
we're
it's
going.
in Valley
It's
Park,
in Valley Park,
right
Missouri.
by 141 and 44.
Yeah. If any of you are familiar with the bar Bobby's Place, it is in the same plaza. So let me pull up the text here. I
Because
believe I
Jason's
got
been talking to
confirmation.
the
I've been talking
manager,
to the
the
manager up
owner.
there and the owner. So it'll be on the third Saturday of each month, I
What time?
believe. But I do know when the one this month will be. And they are from, I think they're still from noon to 4. I used to work there. They used to have them noon to 4. So that's probably what it'll be. All of the information does get posted on their Facebook. So if you are thinking about going to those meets, just go to their Facebook and it should have dates and times whenever they announce their meets. You can literally look up the event. It's called Rides and Coffee. It'll be in Valley Park, Missouri. However, I do have an actual date for the one here in February Alex and I just most likely won't be at it. It is February 18th is when they're doing the one this month.
When let me look that up. When is that?
I don't think I'll be making it.
Oh, it's Saturday.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be making it.
Yeah, so unfortunately for me, which sucks, is I work overnights and I sleep
Yep.
until like 3:30.
Well, you're gonna have to at least make it to some of them. You
Yeah.
know, we'll figure it out, guys. Don't
Yeah.
worry. I am personally definitely trying to make it to the March show.
I mean, I can make it to a show. I just won't be. Well, I mean, if it's once a month, that ain't bad.
Right.
Or is it once a week?
It's once a month.
Okay, yeah.
And that way it'll give you guys a chance to come up and interact with us.
You
We
guys can
will
be in
be
the
shooting an
podcast.
episode. Every time we go, we will be shooting an episode of the podcast.
Not this month.
Not this month though. But
I'll most likely be there.
when we announce that we're
I'll be in
starting,
my Civic.
yep, I'll be in my Cat Eye Silverado.
Are you gonna be there this month?
Not this month.
Oh, I'll probably be there. I'll probably show up at the end of that, right at the end of this month.
I don't know.
On the
I
18th.
might try to make it down there and just say hi to everybody if
The closing.
any of y'all there are listening.
Yeah.
But we will not be filming a podcast at that one. We will hopefully be filming one in March. So if you guys do want to be on the podcast, we're basically going to be wanting to interview you guys about your car. And that way it gives as many
Or any
people as
car
possible.
Or any car news you bring.
Yeah, or any news you bring for the car community.
Yeah.
That's what we're about here. Well, we're gonna try to get as many people to be able to talk to us at a time. We're just, I think I only have 3 microphones at the moment, so you'll have to be speaking with us one at a time.
Yeah.
But we're gonna try to give everyone a chance to talk with us and everything. Anything y'all want to talk about, really.
Yeah.
If you guys are interested in that.
It sounds exciting.
Yeah. If you guys are interested in that, we'll probably be at the one this month, but we're not going to be filming at the one this month.
Probably take some pictures, post on the Instagram for sure,
Yep.
you know.
Yep. If you guys do want your cars featured on the Instagram and you don't want to wait till February for us to get a picture of it, you can send us a picture of it on Instagram at Sparkplug Tv 21. Shameless plug.
Just send us a DM.
We'll get it posted. We try to post 2 pictures a day.
You need to figure out some quality issues on that.
On my posting?
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm working with limited content and limited time.
Yeah. Just send us pictures.
Yes, we need pictures of your cars.
School pictures.
Please.
Not even of your car. I don't care.
Yeah, if you have a picture of cool if you have pictures of cool cars on your phone, send them. I need more.
Picture of your mom's Altima.
That's not making a post. I
think
chill on the Altimas.
I think it is. We'll shout you out. Be like, whoa, brother.
And if I do use your picture and you do leave me an and if you send it to me on Instagram or you send it to me somewhere else and you leave me an Instagram tag, I will tag you in your picture.
Well, the Nissan Altima's got the fastest lap record of 270.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Man, I need to step up my game if I'm being beat by Altima owners. I got a V8. What am I doing?
I want to know who thought of that 270, a fucking giant circle around St. Louis.
I don't know.
Maybe it works. It's just weird.
You want to race it one day? We'll film it. Just me and Alex running it. Alex in the Civic, me in a LS Silverado.
I don't know
It'd be
if
fun.
the dealership. I know I said I wouldn't sell a Civic, but I might be selling a Civic.
Why?
I don't
You have
know.
so much done to it.
I'll take it off. Put the stock intake on. I'll take the Honda off.
You can
Put the
once you
stock
take
shifter
the
on.
can you take the Honda off and like erase it and bring that to a different car?
To a 9th gen Civic.
Oh, so you're not. Yeah, that's right. I have HP tuners, so I can just plug my crap in, plug it into my laptop, and go about my day, flash the ECU, and leave.
Not to Hondas.
Nope. But I can to GM, Ford, and Dodge.
Yeah.
And it costs about the same.
Haley's got the Malibu. It needs a flash. Get
I
rid of some red hay.
I got. We'll do it.
Wait, I don't. The thing doesn't have red hang. It has a CVT.
Ooh.
No, but I think I want to get an EcoBoost Mustang.
An EcoBoost Mustang. You're gonna join the Mustang gang,
Yeah,
man. I'm
and
gonna
it's
be
getting
out.
a Japanese look because it is a 4-cylinder.
Man, John and I
Getting
are gonna be
lower.
the only. John and I are gonna be the only LSs in the group, man.
Man,
You're gonna go EcoBoost. Uh, Z already has an EcoBoost Mustang. Haley has John's girlfriend Haley has the V6.
V6
Uh,
Mustang. Yeah,
yeah, V6 Mustang, and Marissa
that's
wants a Mustang of the same body style, just with the 5.0 Coyote in it. She's like, I'm not afraid of no horsepower. Bring it on. I'm like, all
I'm
right.
afraid of the money of those they're going for.
You and me both. I'm
They're
like, you can buy
expensive.
it. She wants to buy one that doesn't run, and she wants to learn how to work on cars with it. So
Buy one that don't
that
run.
might
It's
be
still gonna be like 6 to 8 grand.
hey, but that might be a series on the YouTube channel of Marissa learning how to work on cars from all of us. So that'll be a fun one. Another fun upcoming episode that we're gonna partner with John for is he's gonna help me do some body work on my truck. I got a nasty rust spot and nasty dent on my hood, and an even nastier dent in my bed that hopefully John and I are gonna be able to fix. And he's gonna lay a coat of professional paint over it.
Man, your truck was just slapped and whored around.
It was, man. I bought it from a construction worker.
Well, that explains it.
Well, I got it for $600 because it needed a brake system and a windshield.
Oh yeah, the New Yorker is gone.
Oh, you finally sold it.
Yeah,
That's good.
it's behind my house.
It's behind your house.
Yep. That guy works at Walmart with me, and
Oh,
he lives
really?
right behind me.
So you see it all the time.
Yep. He killed the battery on it.
Hey, if we remember from the first episode of the podcast here, Alex doesn't exactly know where a lot of the cars he used to own went, whereas I know where all of the cars I used to own are. Alex, you finally know exactly where a car you used to own is.
Yeah.
Look at him go.
I don't know where the 91 is, or the Grand Am, or the Cavalier. Yep.
I thought the Cavalier went to a junkyard.
I don't know what junkyard.
Oh, looks like we need to start looking for junkyards in the area so we can show our wonderful viewers what the Cavalier used to look like. Man, that
It was
we
something
we got
else.
we got some memories in that Cavalier though. Like we
Hide
used to
some
hang
weed in
out,
the
dude. We
center
used to
console.
hang out in that thing just because. Like I would get off of work at Dairy Queen, he would get off of work at McDonald's, and
Yeah,
he'd
I'll be
text me,
like,
be like, "Hey, Walmart." Be like, "Bet."
all right, I'm outside your house.
You're like, "Whoa, hold up, I'm still walking back from work. All right,
Okay,
I'll
I'll
come
pick you
grab
up.
you." Yeah, is at that time you were the only one with a car.
Yeah, I felt special.
I was walking trying to get a car because I didn't realize I had one given to me in a will yet. I didn't realize that S10 was mine until my 16th birthday when I got my license. I didn't know that car was mine until that day.
Where
And then
was
I was
that?
like, "Oh, I didn't
Oh,
realize it was
it was
my."
at it was at your grandpa's.
Yeah, he was like, "All right, so Jason, I have a choice for you here. Do you want a Chevy S10 or do you want a Chevy Malibu?" I go, "Why are you asking me this question? I'm trying to save up money and buy an RX-7." And oh man, if I had bought an RX-7 when I was 16, I would feel so sorry for that car. I wouldn't have taken care of it at all. At all. I would have beat the
It
ever.
would have been
Oh
exploded.
my. Oh, I would have blew that up so quick, and I'd be like, "Oh my god, I broke it."
Red
But
Solo Cup.
do 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 do. Uh, he called me and said that. I was like, why are you giving me that option? Like, I'm trying to buy my own car. And he was like, well, I didn't tell you this, but the green S10 at my house is technically yours. It was given to you in a will of your great grandpa's. I was like, oh, well, I want that. I want the S10. I don't want the Malibu that was my grandma's because the Malibu had more miles on it than the S10 did. It
I
was
bet the
basic.
Malibu would have lasted longer.
Probably because I probably wouldn't have been doing all the dumb crap I did to the S10. However, the best modification I ever did to that S10 was the light bar.
Was not take the exhaust off.
I tried to do it in the middle of a car show, but it didn't work.
Yeah, they were too rusted.
Yeah, way too rusted. But like I have to say the best modification I ever did to that S10 had to be the light bar.
Did you put a light bar on that truck?
Yeah, because remember that high beams were like dimmer than your low beams?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I couldn't see out of that thing at night. And I was getting off of work at like 10 o'clock at night in this truck, man. So I'm like, I can't see where I'm going. So I put a light bar on it and I'm like, oh my god, it's so much better. And then I looked for LED headlights for it and figured out that truck, since I had the square headlights on the second generation S10, it wasn't just bulbs, it was the whole thing. And I was like, those are expensive. I'm 16. I barely make any money.
You needed to get
And I
the
don't know
Jeep
how to
ones.
install those.
The Jeep ones. You know what I'm talking about? That the
Oh, like
old
the halos?
No, like they got a bunch of different lights in them. That the older Jeeps put in.
Oh, yeah, I really needed to get those. Those
Those would have
probably
been
would
nice.
those would have been really nice. They're like a miniature light. They're like a light pod for as your headlight. An LED pod light as your headlight.
Yeah.
And man, I know a few guys that have them on like old Silverados. Those headlights are bright. And I have LED high beam, low beams, and daytime running lights in my cat eye. And the only reason why I say daytime running lights is because I put the fleece chip in it. So when I turn my high beams on, it's my high beam, low beam, and fog, not fog, and daytime running. Oh no, and it's fog. I just don't have fog lights. I didn't have them from factory.
I have fog
And
lights.
I'm not going through the trouble to installing them because I currently have a cold air intake sitting where one would be. So yeah.
where my cold air intake is, it's like there's a lot of room.
You're right. Yours is literally right behind your fog light. If we
Yeah,
pull out your fog light, you have a direct air come in through the bumper.
I know. I did it for a
That's why
while,
that's why I'm not putting a fog light on my truck, so I
and then
have the
there was
direct air.
rocks in my filter, and then I was like, all right, I'm putting my fog light back in. I don't want my filter all fucked up.
Yeah, I need to get one of those dry chargers, which is like a mesh that goes over your air filter
I don't
to
even know if
keep.
you can buy just the filter from them.
You should be able to. I believe you can. But like I need to get a dry charger cuz I popped my hood the other day after driving through all the snow and the ice and the slush and there was moisture in my in my box. So I need to put need to put a dry charger on my filter. But like Alex, your actual air filter is right behind your fog light, whereas mine's a pickup tube,
Oh, yep.
and I have a heat resistant plastic box that it sits in with a sealed plexiglass lid.
My air filter is $60.
That's not bad. It's about how much mine is.
Yep. Might just buy a couple just to have them.
You're gonna go out and spend $120 on air filters just to have them in stock for when you need them.
At least
Bro,
one.
I'm actually not. I'm actually gonna take my Volant filter out. And I'm gonna put a K&N one in, and I'm gonna get a K&N dry charger
K&N
because
cone filter.
yeah,
I could probably put a K&N one on there. It's a six. Mine has a 6 inch. It's
me
6 inch.
too. Mine's 6 inch too.
Mine has a
Except
velocity stack.
my filter is as big as my head.
Yeah.
My filter is massive. I suck in a lot of air. You can hear, like, driving, you can hear the air getting sucked in if you step on the throttle. You can just hear it take that deep breath.
I could buy another velocity stack. It's $45.
That's not bad. That'd give you a little more power.
I don't need another one. I already have one.
Just stack one on top of it. That'd be funny if you could
No,
stack one on top of it.
it's a cone.
I know.
6 inch to 3.5 inch. I have a 3.5 inch intake. How big's your tube? 4? Probably.
5.
Your throttle. How big's your throttle body?
My throttle body is a 4, but my tube all the way to my throttle body is 4. I think. Yeah. So it goes from my filter through my mass airflow into a 4-inch pipe into a 5-inch pipe that goes up to my throttle body that goes into a 4-inch coupler.
Seems odd.
Yeah. My pickup tube is 3 inches that picks up my air. It sounds good though. You get on the throttle on that thing, you can hear the low end rumble it has. It sounds good. I really want to put a Flowmaster Super 10 on it.
I need to do something with my exhaust.
Yes, you do. You need to just go ahead and buy the full race.
I need a downpipe and a full exhaust.
Yeah, you really do.
I know. It's expensive.
Start saving your money and buy it.
I mean, technically, I have the money, but
So buy
no, no,
it.
it's expensive.
Yes, I know. I mean, to be fair, for me to buy a Flowmaster Super 10 is $100 because I have spare pipe already and I can cut and fabricate an exhaust here in my backyard.
Yeah.
I have all of the tools and equipment I need to custom fabricate an exhaust from the headers back.
Hey, I learned way better how to weld with
That's
welding my
nice.
chair.
That's good. Now come
My,
over and learn how to stick weld.
I'll stick to MIG for now.
MIG is pretty damn easy. Honestly, if any of you out there like are wanting to
I
do
melted
your
part of the
own
chair.
if any of you guys out there like wanting to do your own exhausts, it's really not that hard. If you want to do it like fancy looking and really nice looking, you'll need a chop saw, a gas MIG welder, some pipe, whatever size you want, your muffler, and if you're doing a tip, do your tip. And you can literally make an entire exhaust system just from that. And it'll look really good. Or you can go even cheaper and purchase a muffler that is smaller than your stock muffler and do a dump right off of the muffler. If you're in a pickup truck, you can do that. If not, you can push you can
I
push
have
the tailpipe out
I have
somewhere.
something that I haven't installed yet, and I have a little electronic valve.
Oh, we do need to install that.
But I'm gonna be running it to a bigger muffler to quiet the car. And then
He's doing it weird.
yeah.
He's not doing an actual cutout. He's doing a race muffler, everyday muffler.
Well, it's gonna be I gotta put it's straight and then it like Y's off. So
Yeah,
the straight part is gonna be the straight pipe and then it's gonna Y off to a muffler and then put another tip on the other side.
right. So we need to go to a junkyard,
Get another
find one of your
tip,
cars, and cut the tip off of it.
the muffler.
And then
Yeah.
we do the super fun of you tack it, and I look and see where it looks good, where it looks right, or vice versa.
Well, hey, I might be able to just take the whole muffler and just use that muffler.
You could that would work, but then we have to do the fabrication under the car of making it look right, and you have to hold that whole bit up to make it look right. It'd be
Yeah.
a lot easier to just make the tip look right.
Well, I know we'll do the tip last, but we need to get the muffler all up in there. I got
Well, yeah,
I got like a plastic shroud under there that I can take out. People's done dual tip exhaust on my Civic.
yeah, I've seen them. They look good. They sound good. You're just doing a really, really oddball version of it.
Yes, I am because that's me.
Yep, that's definitely you. But you build the same car everyone else builds.
Nobody
Well,
has my car really.
well,
I
I'm
barely see my car around.
well, I'm over here building 2.2 liter S10s.
You know how many S10s I see?
Yeah, but they all have V8s in them.
I'm just talking about ninth gen Civics SIs. You don't see many of those.
No, there's not a lot of those in the area. If you have one, you should definitely send us a picture on Instagram and we'll post it.
Oh yeah.
As I will say, those look nice. Those look really nice. But so do cat eye Silverados that have a nice hood instead of a messed up hood, like me. My truck doesn't look that great. I really need to do that hood, but that's going to cost me a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I have the Bondo and I have all the Bondo tools. Um, John just said I need to buy a paint gun, paint, and some tarps.
I need to return John's welder.
I'm gonna get paint matched paint. Yes, you do need to return John's welder. I don't borrow John's welder because I have one.
Ah, must be nice.
It was $100. Go buy it.
They're not $100 anymore.
Yeah, they are. You want me to send you the coupon?
Sure.
All right, I'll send you the coupon. I'm pretty sure it's on sale right now for $100. I'm not kidding. I'm pretty sure it is. All right, let's see here. Featured coupons.
I'll go buy a welder for $100.
Right?
Well, I
I
just
mean,
want like a gas
my
stick.
stick welder wasn't a lot of money. That's a good site. They do have the Vulcan one on sale, so usually the Chicago Electric's on sale as well. Or you could always look at the nope, it's not on here. Darn. But they do have the oh no, that's stick welders. My bad. Yep, they're on the stick welders are on sale this month.
Oh.
Just download their app and watch the coupons.
Harbor Freight?
Yeah. It's $110.
For what?
The welder. $110.
Oh, let me go on to Harbor Freight.
And it's in stock at the Arnold location. I wonder if Snap-on sells paint guns. So that way I don't have to buy a paint gun all in one purchase.
So you're gonna spend 8 times the money in the long run.
Well, let's see here. Let's see how much the one that Jonathan told me to buy from Harbor Freight is. He told me to get their top of the line one at Harbor Freight. And it's $240. Let's see if Snap-on has a paint gun. I doubt they do, but they might. What do you think, Alex? You think they have a paint gun?
Yeah, I found the welder.
Wow. I don't think they do.
They don't have a paint gun?
No, they have paint gun cleaning. They have paint gun hooks. They have a paint gun cleaning brush. They have a paint gun cleaning brush kit and paint gun cleaner. That's it.
This is the welder you have, Jason?
Yeah, $110.
And then you have that little stick one.
Yep. I recommend. I have a Lincoln wire in mine. So after your wire that it comes with runs out, go to Farm and Home and buy Lincoln wire.
What kind of wire is it?
It's 0.35 flux. 0.035, my bad. 0.035 flux. And it welds really, really nice. Honestly, if we're talking about a welder, sure, a high dollar welder work is, usually worth the money because they are very nice. However, if you're just doing like a few small projects here and there, like I am at the
Like
moment,
me?
I mean, like I weld exhausts at work a lot, but they provide me with a Millermatic 225 MIG welder. I'm not going to take my $130 stick welder to try to compete with a $5,000 MIG welder. I mean, the $5,000 MIG welder is going to weld a lot better than my $110 MIG welder. But
And that's full gas, isn't it?
Yeah, that's full gas. But you don't need a gas welder to make welds look nice. You can buy a flux core welder, buy nice flux core wire. You can go spend $110 on a flux core welder at Harbor Freight right now and go buy some .35 or .035 uh, Lincoln Electric welding wire. And if you have a decent enough knowledge of knowing how to weld, you can achieve good looking welds like that you would be proud to show someone.
None of my welds I'm proud to show. I'm proud to know that they hold. Yeah,
I had a lot of really nice welds on my S10. I did my tailpipe real pretty.
and this whole chair is tack welded. It's just like, yep. How's that? Yep.
Well, hey, you start learning by tacking stuff together and then just connect the tacks.
Yeah.
And hell, you can even connect it with more tacks. It'll hold, it'll be structurally sound. It just won't be as structurally sound as my whole pass would, you know? I mean that's just the difference.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you guys are, too a little nervous to, weld, you can take your stuff to a shop. They'll generally do whatever it is
A
you're asking
muffler
them to
shop.
do. You can take
I
it to
don't
a
know. Z
regular
had a
shop,
lot of
man.
problems. They also made fun of him. Like, what the hell?
For what?
For a stripe pipe in his Civic.
Oh, he got that done at a shop?
Yeah.
All right, that's one thing you probably shouldn't get done at a shop.
I got
Like,
mine done at a shop. But my car has a good motor and it sounded good.
I mean, I
Z
wouldn't
has a
recommend
little
asking it.
1.5. And they're like, are you really wanting to straight pipe this thing?
I really wouldn't recommend asking a shop to straight pipe a vehicle for you. It's they're probably not gonna want to do it because you know that you're gonna bring it back there to try to take it to get inspected and it's gonna fail. I mean,
My car will pass technically. Well, because it's got a muffler and a catalytic converter still.
yep. As long as you have a muffler,
Surprisingly.
as long as you have a muffler and a cat, your exhaust system will pass as long as it's not leaking.
You have to look
But
up into the engine to find the other cat, but it's there.
but but that you have to have that to pass safety. A lot of people don't
Yeah.
realize that.
It's not
I had
part of
a
missions. They didn't pass my 91 Civic because it didn't have a cat. So you know what I
yep.
did? I just cut it out. He's like, "Bring it to me with a cat." I swear to God, dude. I put that catalytic converter up there. Bare. It was. I had the wrong clamps, and it was leaking like a motherfucker. You know what? I got so lucky. I drove it up. I drove it there. He looked. He. I. It was still in his driveway, and he looked under there. He's like, "Yep." Rode it past. Didn't start it.
Wow.
Nothing. I started it up.
He's like, well, it's under there.
It was under there.
That's
It
I
leaked
mean,
like hell.
technically if he just
But I.
failed you for that, technically he cannot fail you for the exhaust leak that you came back with.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. If I fail a car for a muffler or a cat not being there, and you
whenever it
just
comes
cut
to
out
get.
that and you
Whenever
just
it get.
cut out that section of pipe and just kind of hold the muffler and cat there, I technically have to pass it.
Well, even that. Like if they were to come back to get it re-inspected and they had like a shattered windshield, you couldn't
I
fail
can't
for
fail it
that
for that.
because you already passed them for the
Yep.
windshield.
So whenever you fail for something in
It
a
you have to
safety
put in
inspector
what you have
inspection,
to put in what you failed for.
yeah. And like for those of you who are bringing your car to an inspection station and you're failing inspections, it's I mean, it's frustrating. I get that, but you only have to fix what you failed for. And it
Yeah,
doesn't matter if anything else goes wrong. We have to pass it because that's what it failed for.
could be coming in on 3 wheels.
No joke. It can.
Could have a porta potty as a seat.
Dude, I had a car come in and it had a broken seat in it. Like broken. So this dude, I failed him for that. And I told him, I was like, hey man, it's a really common car. You can probably go to a junkyard and get the seat for like $50.
What was wrong with the seat? Didn't it just need a bolt, or it was broken?
No, the railing in it and all the everything in it was broken
Oh,
and it wouldn't stay upright. You had to you had to put a block of wood behind it to keep it upright.
well, that just shows you how good of a deal I got this seat for. This is a fucking sport bucket seat. I got it for
Right?
40.
Yeah, that is. But he was like, okay. And so he did some looking, and sadly, this is legal. If your car only came equipped with a lap belt, a milk crate bolted to your floorboard counts.
Yep.
It counts.
As long as it's not moving.
Yep.
As long as it's
As
secured.
long as it is secure and it will not move, and you can strap yourself to it, you're good.
Beep beep on the road.
It's kind of scary knowing that I just gave quite a few people that information.
I doubt people would want to even do that.
Well, I mean, hey man, if
If I
you're in a
absolutely
bind,
had to, if I was like, this is my only car, I need this bitch legal. If you're even on that edge, you're probably not even driving legal. You probably don't
no,
even have
you're
a
probably
license.
not. You're probably like, all right, I'm really glad they don't ask for my license when I go to renew my plates.
Yeah, it's nice to have. It's kind of nice to have warranties on cars. You take it to the shop, you get to drive a piece of shit 2022. I like my 2012 fucking mechanical feeling, motherfucking. Now, hey, I will say this: the new Mustang. I like the Mustang. I drove Z's and I really like it.
I like the new Supra. I got to drive one of those
They're
while I
so
was
expensive.
I got to drive one of those while I was still working at Detail Garage. I pulled it around back to clean it up. Man, that it felt nice. It was
See,
bone stock. It was bone stock, man, and those shifts were tight.
I
It
drove
felt great.
the BMW Z4, the M version, which is the pretty much the exact same car as the Toyota Supra GR.
Yeah.
Has the same 6-cylinder turbo, whatever it is,
Yep.
and that I got it up to 100 miles an hour on 44. I mean, in
Ooh.
Mexico.
On 44, I mean in Mexico. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not on 44, Alex. You only made it.
Professional driver in a Corlo's
Yeah.
course.
Yeah. You only made it to the
Got
speed
it
limit.
sideways going on the highway. Z was like, "Whoa, calm down." I'm like, "Shut up." Wait, I pulled over on the side, or whenever we left the dealership, because it was at the dealership, I dropped the top on it. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, but it was like 60 degrees, but it was a drop top. What else you gonna do? You get on the highway, you're like, all right, we're pulling over. It's cold. We pulled that bitch up, and I was like, all right.
Yeah.
But that was
I
a fun.
mean,
That was a fun car. It's pretty much the exact same thing as the Supra. Just that one is the BMW version.
yeah. I mean, they're the same motor.
Yeah.
Literally, same motor.
The new AE, the A90 Supra A90M
Yeah.
is the manual version, the new one.
Mm-hmm.
They're coming out with the manual. which that will be fun.
That will be a lot of fun.
I wouldn't mind buying. I know Austin wants to buy a Supra. Nate wants to buy a Supra.
I kind of want
I
the.
think we're
I
all
kind
just
of
gonna
want.
have fucking Supras.
I kind of want to buy a Nissan 370 Nismo.
That's the same fucking price as a Supra.
Really?
Let's look how much Supras are going for right now. We need to wrap this
Oh man.
podcast up after this anyway.
All right. All right. So what
Super.
is so today's what do you think the average cost of a Supra is right now?
Oh, I'm looking at them right now. They're about 50 to 70 grand.
50 to 70 grand. I found a Nismo 370 for $32,000.
Let's see if there's any manuals.
And the
There are
Nismo
3
is a
manuals.
manual. How much are the manuals?
This one is 70. There's like 70 grand for the manuals. They have a
Wow.
yellow one. Let's see if this one's even a manual one.
Or if it's paddle.
Oh no, it is a manual.
That's nice.
Oh, it's yellow. It's at J Wolf.
Huh. Well, if any of you guys want a Toyota Supra that's a manual,
it is the
there,
GR.
it is the
3 liter
GR.
six cylinder. Which the
Yep.
manuals only come in the 6-cylinder.
Yep.
Turbo. Oh man.
And if any of y'all out there have 70 grand that would like one of those, it's at J Wolf.
Yeah. J Wolf Toyota West County.
There you go. There's your ticket.
They
Go
have
get
another
it.
one. They have a black one.
Go get it. Take a picture of it. Send it to me. We'll post it. Instagram.
Let me drive it.
Sparkplug Tv 21.
Let me do donuts in it.
We'll film Alex doing donuts in it and post it everywhere.
I think me and Jonathan's the only one that can confidently say they can get in a car and do donuts in it.
I can do donuts.
Oh yeah? Can you do it controlled?
Yes. Yes, I can.
did. I don't know. Jonathan told me that you were doing donuts at the church.
Yeah, I was just letting her have it. I was bored. I got bored, so that's why I parked it and got in John's truck, because John was having way more fun. And I knew if I got in there, it would be way more hype.
I need to just steal Z's car whenever it's raining next and just give him bald
you
tires
cannot.
next.
I cannot condone stealing something on a broadcasted, a distributed, my bad, podcast.
It's from a friend. It's just borrowing without asking.
No, you're not supposed to do that. With bald tires. Are you gonna buy him tires?
Fuck no.
Then no, you can't do it.
See, that's what's gonna suck whenever I go get
If
a
you
Mustang.
buy him tires,
I'm gonna run out of tires.
Oh my god, dude, you're gonna be at my shop all the time getting tires.
Jason, guess what?
No, I'm not putting 2 more on. Go away.
I don't trust you with the Mustang anyway. I'm just bringing you the rear tires.
You're rude. I've driven way cooler cars than a Mustang.
I'm bringing you just the tires.
I've driven way cooler cars than the Mustang.
Pull up in the Malibu. Be like, oh, I guess I get to drive the Malibu. Nope, you're doing these. Roll them.
Well,
give me the cheapest fucking tires you got. I don't give a shit.
When you gotta get it in,
I'm gonna be back in a month.
Don't worry. Whenever you have to get it inspected, I gotta drive it.
Yeah.
Gotta test the brakes. If we don't have a really nice brake tester, like a fancy shop, we actually
it's
have
called
to
your
drive
foot and your brain.
Yeah.
Do they work? Yes. God damn it, dude. Why do people have to
really
why do people have to put information or technology into does your brakes work? Does it stop? Yes. Well, what do you know?
They have this thing that's almost like a dyno, like a hub dyno, where you take off one wheel and just jack the other one up, and you bolt it to it, and you drive it to 20 and hit the brakes, and then you drive it to 60 and hit the brakes. And it
I want to jack
measures
up my car and hit 130.
it measures your what it does is it measures your brake force and if that's within prescribed tolerance or not.
Here's what I
Uh,
say: if
if the brakes work, the brakes work. I
if you
mean,
got it on the lift, I say the brakes work. If you're able to stop it on the to get it to stop and get on the to get it in the right position to get on the lift. God damn it, dude! People are retarded. Oh yeah.
seriously, man, pulling a car in to put on a two-post rack or even a drive-on rack is mildly challenging, especially the two-post, because you have to make sure that you can swing the arms under the car without hitting the tire, or you're never going to be able to lift the thing up.
At Honda, we had single post.
Oh,
It was an X on the floor. You drove over it, and it came out of the ground
wow.
with air.
Wow. The Highway Patrol has
And boy,
those,
was
but
it sketchy.
the Highway Patrol has those, but theirs has like a block that sits up above the ground with adjustable arms, so you can put the pad in a comfortable place to lift it, and
Oh,
then
and it's a
it
two
just
post and comes out of the ground.
both two posts that
Yep,
comes right out of the
we
ground.
Honda has some of those. All
Those are
down the
nice.
all down the hill has those. They're electric,
Uh
but
those are really nice though.
but
I
the
wish my shop had those, but we filled in our oil pit for an alignment rack.
yeah.
Yeah, we wanted an alignment rack. I was like, why the heck didn't we leave the oil pit? It would just make it easier. All you would need to do is add a couple inches to the oil pit. And he's like, well, you don't need the oil pit. It goes up. It's like fair, but sometimes I don't feel like lifting it up. You know? Sometimes you just don't feel like it.
I know
What
people,
you gonna do?
well, raise it up, and everybody has to raise them up because you have to do your MPI. Don't you have to do an MPI?
A what?
A multi-point inspection to try to sell more things.
No.
Whenever you go in for a tile change, you don't check for oil leaks. Be like, hey, your your valve cover gasket needs changed. Oh, your
Nope.
tires need changed.
Nope.
Why not? That's how you can sell things.
We don't need it. We make a lot of money on just tire work because most of the area comes to us for tires.
So people don't come to your shop. Is yours just a tire shop?
No.
Then why don't you guys sell things?
We're a full auto maintenance shop.
Then why don't you guys sell things?
We just don't.
If I was taking my car to a shop, I'd want them to let me know if my car was starting to leak oil or something.
I mean, yeah, if you have like a visible clear oil leak, like it's leaking on the shop floor, I'm gonna let you know. If something's blatantly obvious and you somehow don't know that, I'm gonna let you know.
If my ball joint's starting to go out,
Yeah, that's
if
probably something
my
we should check for.
if my compliance bushings are starting to crack and wear out.
See, but here's the problem. I'm the only I'm the only guy that does tires there that knows this stuff. So whenever I go off and do other stuff for the rest of the day, like I'll come change tires on occasion, but I'm mostly doing other work. It's I can't be like coming back to check on that while I'm trying to do something else.
I don't know. I could do something there.
You want to come work with me?
I don't know. Because I could maybe make them a lot of money.
You probably could. They'll
Because
probably like that.
I was trained by Honda technicians.
Yes. Yes,
Honda
you
Master
were.
Techs. They taught
But
me, as that oil
hey,
is changing,
they'll
as that oil is
probably
draining, you
yeah,
are looking under that car for any problems. And you let that customer know of any problems and you try to get them to sell it.
right.
And
They'll
also, now
they'll
this is
probably
different at
like you
Honda
for
Fry
they'll
because,
probably like you a lot because you know imports pretty well.
yeah,
We don't really have anyone in the shop that knows anything about Japanese vehicles. Uh Kyle's more of like a Dodge guy. Tim Scott and I are GM guys and John's a Ford guy.
yeah, I know the Hondas and the.
Alex knows some foreign things
Yeah.
that we need, don't you
Not too
know?
much of the German things,
No, German engineering is weird.
but
It's cool. Don't get me
yeah,
wrong, it's cool, but it's weird.
I don't like lug bolts.
No, I don't like lug bolts either. I think they're the dumbest thing ever. I honestly feel like a stud and nut is more secure than a bolt.
I mean, it's really the same. It's just more convenient with the stud.
No, it's not really because with a lug bolt, you're putting a let's say 100 foot-pounds of strain, 100 foot-pounds of torque of strain onto threads, onto fine threads.
Well, same
Wh-
with the bolt, with the lug nut.
right, right. But with that lug nut is the force is distributed more evenly with the nut because the nut's also taking some of the pressure.
Well, so is the hub.
Nowhere near as much as the nut.
That's true. But if it's all torqued, then it's not going to be a problem.
Right. But I mean, a lot a lot of car like even Jeeps now have the lug bolts. A lot of car companies are starting to switch over to that. It's getting annoying,
Yeah.
especially doing brakes. Like if I have to change a caliper and like if I have to pull a caliper off to take the rotor off and put the rotor on, I have to put the caliper back. It's a whole lot easier to do that whenever you have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12 lugs holding it there for me.
Yeah.
Especially whenever we get up into 6, 8, 10, and 12
Well,
lugs.
those aren't German things with fucking lug bolts.
No, they're not.
They're mostly 5 lug cars.
Yeah. It's mostly 5 lug cars.
But I think that's going to wrap it up for today's
That
episode.
is going to wrap it up for tonight's episode. Make sure you guys check out our YouTube channel and our Instagram page as well as Facebook. And we have links to all of that in the description of all of our podcasts on YouTube and RSS and anywhere RSS distributes.
We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify. Plenty of others. Anything you want to listen to your podcast on, we're most likely on there.
We're trying. If we're not on somewhere, like if we're not on your favorite platform, let us know. We'll figure out how to get on that platform.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I hope the rest of you have a wonderful day, night, morning, whenever you guys are listening to this. And I hope to catch y'all on the next episode.
Yeah. Bye, guys.